Hello there, Lunar Squadron. Welcome back to the channel. We are rested and refreshed here in sunny Maui. However, the grind never stops because we were welcomed this morning to some brand new juicy LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga news. It is the end of a particular era at TT Games, and we're going to discuss the implications of that, what exactly we take from this situation, and what we think things look like going forward. So we're going to get into that discussion in just a second, but before we do, if you enjoy the video, please do feel free to enlist in the Lunar Squadron. You are all welcome to join the Lunar Squadron as always, and if you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button. It really does let us know that you're all enjoying the content. Without further ado, Nick, ready for this one?
I'm very sunburnt. No, please don't. Let's just do this. Today is actually a very interesting day when it comes to LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, as today is officially 4 months since TT Games delayed the game officially on their Twitter page. What else would make this day even better by finding out when we woke up this morning that another TT Games dev has left the studio. His name is Alex Harkin, and he was the junior project coordinator at TT Games. He had been a compliance tester in the past. He is pretty important when it comes to managing and coordinating all of the stuff at TT Games. Well, earlier this morning, or in the middle of the night for us, he released a tweet saying, "Last week at TT Games this week, truly the end of an era after spending my first 5 years in the industry there. Not to worry, those waiting for LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, it is in safe hands." Now, a lot of people are freaking out about this tweet. There's been a lot of people thinking that this means really bad things for LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, as this is not the first dev to leave the studio recently. However, I don't think it is as bad as people are putting it to be. Honestly, this could be a good thing, because perhaps this could mean that the game is nearing its completion and they no longer need to stay on. They've seen the end of their journey here with what they need to do with the game, and it is time for them to move on to something bigger. However, there are some things on his LinkedIn page that are a cause for concern, because he seems to be leaving a little early based off his LinkedIn.
If you guys are really interested in how the whole game development process works in general, taking a look at these developers' LinkedIns is a great way to see exactly what they were working on when they were at a particular studio. I've noticed game devs are very detailed on their LinkedIns with exactly what they've worked on. I presume that's because they want to show prospective hirers in the future what they are capable of. And among the list of things that Alex has worked on at TT Games is overseeing post-launch content for LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, working closely with code, animation, characters, and a number of other departments to prep and deliver DLC content, language packs, and content patches. Now, the money phrase there is he oversaw post-launch content. And if you guys have been living under a rock with Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru, you wouldn't have known that, this game hasn't launched yet. But for those of you who don't know, this game hasn't launched yet. So I'm not sure if this post-launch content he was working on was, pre-packaged and all of this DLC is just ready to go at launch. Not sure, honestly, how that whole project is going to be implicated by this exit.
I think the interesting thing here to mention is that him being the junior project coordinator doesn't sound like much, but that actually is a very important role.
Yeah, it is.
He was basically the nexus that connected all of the IPs that TT Games works on when it comes to LEGO games, Star Wars, Marvel, all of that. And he works with Lucasfilm and Disney and making sure that everyone is coordinated and on the same page. So he has a very important role at TT Games. So this could be a bad thing, or this could be a very good thing, because if he's no longer needed, then that game could be close to being finished. Another thing that was interesting about his page was a few days ago it came out that TT Games is hiring for a new LEGO project potentially down the line. Well, if you take a look at Alex's LinkedIn page, you will see that he was running and holding Scrum stand-ups for a number of art teams working in the early stages of a project, and then goes on to say that that cannot be disclosed, the project name that is, and that it was pending public announcement. Now, that is most likely the upcoming LEGO game that will be coming after LEGO Star Wars Skywalker Saga, so that's just another reason to believe that possibly this game is almost done, because it seems TT Games is ready to start shifting their focus onto their next projects.
Yeah, if you guys hadn't seen that job posting that came out just a few days ago, there is apparently official confirmation from TT Games that they are working on a brand new LEGO project circulating around a major IP, which is focusing on online functionality. This is honestly good news, I think, because it means that the studio is pivoting towards new projects down the line. They're not just, all hands on deck trying to salvage what we thought was just a damned ship here. It looks like the ship might be sailing. And you know what? I also want to rate this tweet from Alex Harkin. Unlike past tweets where developers have left and not said a word about, the LEGO Skywalker Saga project, Alex Harkin specifically says, "Not to worry, those waiting for LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, it's in safe hands." I think this is the type of PR that we've been lacking from TT Games, and honestly, shout out to Alex Harkin for actually putting in, just a quick sentence just to kind of ease some concerns here among fans and just say, don't worry, this game is coming, it's in good hands.
Yeah, I completely agree. It's nice to see some communication from somebody within TT Games. I think the last thing I want to mention about why all of this is potentially good news for LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga going forward is that also, in addition to this, recently there were a few updates with the coding on Steam in regards to this game. Now, it doesn't exactly specify what is going on, but things are changing on the LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga page on Steam, and they've been doing this a few times recently, so it's hard to exactly pinpoint what is going on with this game. And yes, you can look at this in a very negative way, but I think if you take the more optimistic and positive approach towards all of this news, this could potentially be really good stuff. It's also interesting that this is all coming on the heels of Gamescom in just 4 weeks, basically. It's just under 4 weeks from the start of Gamescom. Now, of course, TT Games, Warner Brother Games, all of them are not confirmed to be at Gamescom, but I don't know. I don't want to start doing that again, but it is just interesting that this news is coming out all weeks away from Gamescom, so who knows, possibly, maybe the thing that we're all hoping for could happen. I don't want to put that out there as like it's going to happen, but I just think it's interesting the timing of all of this stuff going down just a few weeks away from Gamescom with all of these devs leaving the program recently. I don't know. It's very interesting. Hopefully this means that we're near the end of this and that we'll be getting LEGO Star Wars Skywalker Saga soon. I do think, though, each passing day confirms that this game is not coming this year and that we're looking for sure, like we've been saying, at a 2022 release, maybe a Q1 release, but I don't think there's a chance in hell, even if the game is at Gamescom in 4 weeks, that this game is coming out this year.
Yeah, and I, again, don't necessarily think that that's bad news, guys. I think that the more time this game has to get its, issues hammered out, the less likely we are to run into a cyberpunk-type launch situation where a half-assed product is released to the public that is nowhere near the quality that it was promised. So here's to hoping for a damn good game. I honestly think that there is such a thing as being blindly hopeful, and there's such a thing as looking at concrete evidence and having something actually indicating that there is a future for this development studio and for this project. And I think that there's some good things in Alex Harkin's LinkedIn. There's some really good things with these recent job postings, and I think this is actually a reason to be excited for the future, not a reason to panic and, fearmonger like we all tend to do whenever there is a shift with TT Games. So, with that, guys, let us know what you think in the comments down below. What do you think about this new move? What do you think about the recent job posting or the Steam updates? Please let us know in the comments down below. We look forward to seeing what you all have to say down there. But with that, I think that's going to do it for this one, and we will see you all next time.